guys, I'm Tiffany and I'm going to talk about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So, this movie, I was really excited about it. Now, at first, because the first experience I had with Doctor Strange was Avengers Infinity War, and Tony Stark is my all-time favorite character. I love him so much. And the fact that Doctor Strange was like, oh, I would easily sacrifice you, and so he was referring to Tony Stark and Spider-Man. He's like, I don't care about you guys. I'll sacrifice you if it means saving the stone. And at first I was like, okay, cool. He ends up saving him in Infinity War. But as everyone knows, in Avengers Endgame, Tony Stark dies. And my little heart could barely take it. It was so sad. But anyway, because of that, I hated him. I did not like him whatsoever. So I was like, Doctor Strange, not so much. No, thank you. However, I watched Spider-Man No Way Home, and Doctor Strange's character was actually pretty good in that, so I was like, okay, I'll give Doctor Strange, the first movie, a try. And I actually liked it, so that was good. I was like, okay, cool. Cool. So, I watched that, then I watched WandaVision, and so I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. What is a shame is I did get spoiled on a few things, like John Krasinski being there. I mean, everyone pretty much knew Charles Xavier was going to be in it, but still, like, the fate of what happened to him, the fact that, he just gets killed, it's like, are you serious? Are you spoiling everything for me? And it wasn't even that many days that it came out. It was, like, only, like, 4 or 5 days. We were waiting to, like, the discounted Tuesday day. So, but it's still, like, are you kidding me? Marvel fans are so insane. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they would kill man if, they spoiled it. But then they have no problem spoiling it for everyone else. They're like, well, I watched the movie, so let me say everything. It's like, are you kidding me? Like, it's just not fair. Anyway, so that I was concerned that that was going to ruin my experience for the movie, and unfortunately it kind of did, because there were things that I think if I had never seen it before, if I had no idea it was coming in, I was like, I would have, like, I really think my interest, my enjoyment of it would have been so much better. I think I would have had such a much better time with it, but unfortunately I did get spoiled. So that was already a con. I pretty much knew almost everything. I almost knew everything that was happening in the movie. So that was kind of, obviously it ruins the enjoyment because you didn't get to experience it firsthand. And then, what did I like? I do think Sam Raimi did a great job with his directing. It was really good. I did think the little music note fight was kind of weird. I don't exactly know how I feel about it, but I don't think I'm like, woohoo, this is the best, Also, one thing is, because of No Way Home, I was anticipating a good chunk of cameos, and especially the fact that so many Marvel fans were like, oh, this character's going to be in it, and this character, and obviously that didn't really happen. Plus, it's titled Multiverse of Madness, but, we only really dealt with like one other universe, which is like, are you serious? Whatever the case, yeah, the movie didn't really work for me. Also, what I really hated, the biggest thing that I hated about it was how dumb the characters were. Like, how is it that the heads, the Illuminati, like, they know that, oh, what was it called? The book that Scarlet Witch has, and so in their universe Doctor Strange had it, and so that's why, like, they're wary of Doctor Strange and they don't trust him. But how is it that in their universe, in Doctor Strange's universe, in Scarlet Witch's universe, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that they wouldn't be like, oh, she has the same power that our Doctor Strange did? Oh, well, time to go get her. Or, hey, maybe take this guy's advice. No, they're just like, well, our Doctor Strange was this, so we don't trust you. It's like, and also the whole thing where they're like, we can handle the witch. Are you serious? You guys died in 2 seconds. It was so stupid. And the fact that John Krasinski's character gave away that guy's ability so easily. Like, poor Wanda it was cool. It was badass what she did. It's like, oh, he can destroy you just using his mouth. And she's like, what mouth? And it's gone. And it's like, she's cool, but it's just so stupid how these characters are acting. And allegedly, this guy is supposed to be like one of the smartest characters. I don't read the comics, but allegedly one of the smartest characters. So it's like, why is he that stupid? I just think overall the characters were so dumb and it just did not work for me at all. Like, it was cool that Wanda definitely seems like a very powerful being. However, it kind of was ruined because instead of the characters being like actually competent and fighting her, like, it doesn't quite have the same effect. Like, the characters were so stupid. It didn't feel quite deserved as it would if it was actually like them being competent, them trying their best, trying to work together with Doctor Strange and the girl. And it's like, why? It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. It was interesting, that Wanda, she wanted her kid so much, and the whole thing with like the dreams are your other universes, your other selves in other universes. Like, that was interesting, and because her life sucks so much. Her parents are dead. Her brother is dead. Her boy toy is dead. And the kids that she had for the duration of WandaVision, they're gone too. But she knows they exist, just not in her universe, and she wants them. And it's like, yeah, she wants to be a mom. She wants to have something. Like, her life sucks since she's been back from the snap. It's understandable. Obviously, she went a little bit extreme, but as that one phrase I've seen recently, I support women's rights, but I also support women's wrongs. But I don't know. I definitely don't think I'm like Wanda Scarlet Witch stan or anything, but it was interesting. I definitely think of the character, she was one of the strongest in the movie. And I think, like, there wasn't any, like, horror aspect that I was like, ooh, scary, But there was definitely some, like, whoa, that was intense. And I remember this one thing, like I said, I really got spoiled on a lot. There's this one thing, someone was like, oh, I didn't expect her to go through the mirror realm as, like, Pennywise. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? And then I got to the part and it's like, oh, you're right, that is weird. I don't like that. And the one scene when, Charles Xavier, he's in her mind and then he's trying to, help the Wanda in that universe. And I don't know if anyone else took it this way, but the way I interpreted it was more of like Scarlet Witch, like, she just used that Wanda, because then she just disappeared and then she's able to snap his neck. But I just kind of feel like maybe that it wasn't actually her. It wasn't actually like the Wanda in Charles Xavier's universe. Like, I know, she had the look of that, but I kind of feel like maybe it was more of like a trick to get Charles Xavier to lower his guard and everything, and then because the red smoke was coming in, so that's kind of how I took it, because it could be that she was there and then she retracted, but I don't feel like that's actually what was going on. And also, like, you've seen that before in like horror type things, or at least scary type things, where it's like they're there and then they're gone and you just see a black void and then she snaps the neck. It just kind of feels like that's what it was going for. Now again, maybe I'm wrong, but that's how I interpreted it. But that one scene where she does do that, how creepy she looked. Now, I kind of wish it like stayed on her like a second or two more, because it was so fast. Like I had like a, but then it was like over. So I was like, okay, I guess that's it. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is a nightmare. It's so scary. Nothing like that. Just I kind of feel like, would have been like, would have served a better purpose if they'd left it a little longer. It was definitely interesting that America Chavez, her power is, going to different multiverses. I don't know if anyone else was kind of feeling this way, but because Sam Raimi is making the movie and everything, and at first it kind of starts, like, one of the central themes, at least, is about the whole thing where Doctor Strange and Rachel McAdams' character, they used to be together, but now she's getting married and everything, and, he loves her, but couldn't be with her, couldn't stay with her, however it may be. And at first, like, especially when they were having that one conversation at the wedding, it was kind of like, oh my gosh, this is giving me Spider-Man 2 vibes. The astronaut and her and J. Jonah Jameson has him go over there, take the pictures and everything, and they talk. It just was kind of giving me that kind of vibe. Yeah, like there were some interesting things. I think some of the visuals were good. Again, I really think this movie was probably stronger with surprises, but because I didn't really get that experience, it didn't work for me as much. I just think overall, clearly it's not my kind of movie, which is a shame. I wanted to like it, but it just doesn't seem like my kind of thing. Because of how like some film critics are, where they're like, oh yeah, I watched it this many times, and kind of more like either they noticed something or it kind of changed their, because sometimes people say like they didn't like a movie the first time, but the next time they watched it, it was better. And of course that happens, but I just feel like, because at the time, like when I was coming out of it, I was like, maybe if I watched again, maybe I would like it more. But it's like, it's just not my thing, and I can't force myself to like something. Now, I do think it was better than the Batman. Man, that movie dragged a ton. I still can't believe that was over 3 hours. That was crazy. They're just different things could have made this movie so much better. I don't know specifically what would have made it better, but I just feel like a lot of things were just. I think people are right with the whole thing where some people have been saying like the screenplay, the storytelling, just it didn't do that good. Like the narrative wasn't that great, which is a shame. I really wanted to like it, but I guess the fact of the matter is, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. No, like I really can't say like a concrete positive, which is a shame. I did want to like it, but it really didn't work for me. So anyway, those are my thoughts on Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know if you guys want more reviews like this where I talk about movies I watch or anything like that. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What's next for my channel and everything like that. Let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye!